I'm Helena Alexander, and this is my poetry, Paper People by Harry Baker. I like people. I like some paper people. They'd be purple paper people. Maybe pop-up purple paper people. Proper pop-up purple paper people. Through the lens of social media, all of our lives have become as shallow as a paper picture, for others to comment, like, share, as if the depth of the portrait of people has been forgotten. The constant overlooking of people around us to a profile on an app or a number and a statistic undermines the power of people. Let's address these paper people by Harry Baker. How do you prop up, pop up purple paper people? I hear you ask. Well, I'd prop up, pop up purple paper people with a prop up, pop up purple people paperclip. I'd pre-prepare alternate adhesives as alternates. A cheeky pack of blue tack, just in case the paper slipped. I could build a pop-up metropolis. But I wouldn't want to deal with all the paper people politics. Paper politicians with their paper-thin policies. Broken promises without appropriate apologies. There'd be a little paper me and a little paper you, and we would all watch paper TV, and it would be a pay-per-view. Because the paper propaganda propagates people's prejudices. Papers printing pictures of photogenic terrorists. There'd be a little paper me and a little paper you. But in a pop-up populations, people's problems pop up too. There'd be a pompous paper parliament that remains out of touch and who ignored the people's protests about all the paper cuts. The peaceful paper protests which get blown to paper pieces by confetti cannons armed by preemptive police. And there'd still be paper money, so there'd still be paper greed, and the paper piggy bankers pocketing more than they need, purchasing the potpourri to pepper their mint panty properties, while others lived in poverty and ain't acknowledged properly. In the proper poor economy, where so many are proper poor, and while their needs are ignored, the money goes to fight big wars, funding origami armies, funding paper planes, while we remain imprisoned by our own paper chains. And the greatest shame, that it all seems to stay the same. What changes is who's in power and who lays the blame. They're naming names, forgetting that those are names of people. I like people, because even when the situation's dire, it is only ever people who are able to inspire. And on paper, it's hard to see how we all cope. But in the bottom of Pandora's box, I know that there's still hope. And I still hope because I believe in people. People like my grandparents, who every single morning since I was born take time out of their morning to pray for me. That's 7,433 days that they've checked that I'm okay, and that's amazing. And paper populations no different. Because there's a little paper me and a little paper you. And we could all watch paper TV, and it would be a pay-per-view. And in a pop-up population, people's problems pop up too. But even if the whole world fell apart, I know that we'd still make it through. 'Cause we're people. Thank you.